Okay, so welcome back. And this is kind of the first session for your grade 12. I had done a project session before, and I'm going to just give you an overview of the first topic. Like as we know, there are 3 units in your computer science. The first one is going to be purely Python, and that part will carry 35 marks totally for you. So the Python part is 35 marks, and then you have an SQL part for 20 marks, and you have a computer networks for 15 marks. So this makes your total 70 marks for your theory paper. But for the practical point of view, Python and SQL are the only concepts that are tested in your practicals. So slowly schools might have started, some schools might have started with SQL and some of them could have started with Python. Whatever it is, you're going to start following very closely. And yes, weekly once, if you can just sit quietly and complete the portions then and there, you can also get good marks in your school exams. So I'm going to concentrate on SQL now. And idea is I just wanted to do this completely once for you, one quick revision on the SQL part and a few questions. I just made a worksheet for my students. So I just thought I will discuss a few questions from that worksheet. And after the class, I will upload that worksheet with the answers in the description below so that you can try that question and check the answers. And any doubts you have, you can always message me in the comment section. Right. So how is the question paper organized? When you look at the sample question paper of 2024, SQL is very, very English-like, right? We all know that it is very English-like statements. So it's very easy to learn SQL, but you have to learn it correctly first time itself, because many of my students, I keep seeing the same mistakes they do in times, they're confused with order by, group by. So when you're learning it for the first time, learn the syntax properly. It will hardly take you 2 to 3 hours to master this lesson. So 20 marks for your board exam in maybe less than 3 hours is such a good thing to do. So let's start here. No much logic is required here. It is not like Python where on the spot you have to think on a program. It is purely remembering the syntax properly and remembering all the commands so that you know which command to use when. The 2024 sample paper, which was released, right? It was released earlier this time. So the sample question paper, I can group it into, in general itself, SQL can be grouped into 4 categories. The first is going to be the database concepts. Simple database concepts. There are 3 MCQs from these concepts itself. So 3 MCQ questions, which you can just like that solve. It's so easy. So those 3 straightforward questions, there is no surprise there. So there are 3 database concepts question, and there is a 1 mark which is attached to a 5 mark question. So from the topic of database concepts, there is a theory of database concepts. You have 4 marks weightage. And then comes your SQL actually writing queries. This is the core of SQL. Actually writing queries, they have asked 1 2-mark question, 1 3-mark question, and 1 4-mark case study. They have just made it as a case study. So all these you have to write your own queries. They have given you a situation and you have to write a query. They have given you a table, you have to write a query. So this is regarding SQL queries. Then you have the same SQL output questions. So in SQL output questions, there is only 1 3-mark question where they've given you a table and they have asked you to predict the output. So this is for 3 marks. And finally, you have your interfacing. So in interfacing, it has come in the 5 mark. In that 5 mark, the 1 mark has gone there, whereas this interfacing alone is a 4 mark program this time. Actually, last year, this was a case study. Last year, they had asked this interfacing as a case study where you just have to go and fill in the blanks. And the weightage for interfacing was only 2 marks. But this time they have increased the weightage for interfacing. So interfacing will be a 4 mark program. So the good thing about this is all of this is also your practical concept. So you have to, when you're reading for your practical, the theory also will get automatically done for you. So I am planning to cover probably the first 3 topics here today. And very soon I will be doing a separate session on interfacing SQL. Okay. So what are your database concepts? So what are the concepts that you have to know? So database concepts, first you have to know about what is a relational RDBMS, relational database management system or database software. So this is nothing but a collection of tables. So there are a lot of SQL versions available. We are using MySQL, SQL Server, Oracle. We can use any type of a database for doing this. But yes, when I say relational database, all the data are organized as tables. So each table has rows and columns. So this is how they are organized as. Now, what are the concepts that we need to know here is first one, when I say table, a table looks like this. It has, let's say, column A, B, C, D, and it has some values here. So you have to know the term degree and cardinality. There is not a question paper without this. So degree, as I always keep telling, cardinality ka C will not come. So degree is number of columns. And cardinality is number of rows. So they can ask you to straightforward define this as a 1 mark question, or they can give you a table and ask you to find out the degree and cardinality. So while you're counting the rows, you should not count the header. That is the key point here. So when I say in this table, the degree is 4 because there are 4 columns and the cardinality is 2 because there are 2 rows. So this is regarding your first concept. Next, you have queries where you have to talk about the constraints. We don't have many constraints in our syllabus, but the syllabus definitely talks about keys. So I'd always like to imagine keys as like, it is very important to have some column which is unique and which is used to identify the entire row. So for searching, for example, if I want to search, then roll number. For a student, they give an admission number. So if I just enter the admission number, the entire details of the students can be retrieved from the database. So the admission number has to be a primary key. So what is a primary key? It is a column, the column or an attribute which uniquely describes a tuple. That is called as the primary key. Now there are many different keys. Now let's say in the same database, we are also storing the email address. The email ID is also unique. Both of us cannot have the same email ID. So email ID could also be the primary key. So, but then we are not using it, but instead we are using admission number. Why? For various reasons. First thing, usually the primary key is an admission number, which is a number. Numbers work faster. Numbers are better to handle than characters. So in the character, when I'm typing, I might make an error if I have a very big email address, like I have Pavitra Karthik CS. So if you leave my H in my spelling, right, and then you will not reach the intended recipient. So similarly, when you type, there is a chance of making an error when there are strings. So that is one reason that email ID, though it is unique, is usually not used as the primary key. So email ID and let's say phone number. Phone number also is going to be unique. So all these are called as candidate keys. So any given table, let's say roll number, email ID, phone number, all of them are candidate keys, which is they have the possibility of being a primary key. But based on various constraints, we choose one good key, that is the primary key. Now the other two are called as, yes, alternate keys. So the alternate keys and candidate keys and the primary key together forms the candidate keys. Right. So now the last one is your foreign key. So what is a foreign key? Let's say there is a roll number, etc. of a student, all the details of a student. Now we have a teacher table, or we have, let's say, a parent table. In the parent table, like here, it might have only the roll number, class, and certain details, whereas in this table, we'll have all the other details of the communication, address, blood group, and all the other information here in a parent table. So here, let's take parent ID. There is a column, a key here. Let's take it as parent ID. Now this, for each student, roll number 1, there will be a parent ID. So parent ID, let's say, is X1, something like that. So now this is a X1. So all the other details of the father name, mother name, father's occupation, father's income, all the other details will be. So this is a very big topic in actual database design. You have to decide which table has how many fields and which table you'll be frequently calling. So frequently used table should have minimum number of columns, as minimum as possible. That way the program will be faster. Right? So this is your second core concept of database concepts, wherein you will talk about the keys alone. So this is there in your syllabus. So other than that, union, intersection, Cartesian product are not there. Anyway, at the end of the session, I'll also upload the notes for this lesson. So this is regarding your database concepts. Other small concepts will come then and there. Like for example, you have different types. We'll start with the different types of commands. You have DDL, you have DML, And TCL is not there in syllabus for you, but it is just there when you're interfacing, we will do this. So TCL is transaction control language. So when I have DDL, it is data definition language. So data definition language and data is the manipulation language. Okay, now, so what are the different commands? Data definition language, as the meaning itself says, it deals with the structure of the table. So all the things that have to define the table, like create, alter, drop, all these come under your DDL, data definition languages, whereas the data manipulation, only 4 commands are there. Select, insert into, update, update something, set, delete. Only these 4 come under your DML. Here, truncate also can come here. Apart from this, you have something called as use. What does use does? What does show do? These questions also are theory questions possible. So use is like, when I have multiple databases in my system, I have to say which database to use. So I say use my database name, so that all the tables that we create and all the calculations that we go will go into the table database that I have chosen. Show tables will give me the entire all the tables present in the database. Similarly, I have something called as disk or describe. Describe table will tell me the structure of the table. So which of the field is there? Let's say if roll number is there, whether it is integer or character, because majority of the times we will not be doing the entire coding. In a corporate, it is always going to be like split up jobs. One person will design the database. He is in charge of writing queries for one specific function. Other person might do the Python part and they have to integrate. So you need to know what is the structure of the database for you to do the interfacing part. So it is very important that you know what all these commands stand for. So theory questions from this could be very, very simple. They could just ask you to group them. So from the following, choose the DDL command, choose the DML command, choose the command which is not there. For example, there are create, alter, drop, truncate. They could give another command, make. They can say choose the command which is DDL. There could be something called as make. There is no command like make in the entire SQL. So you have to choose the option make, saying that there is no such command. So these are the questions possible from here. Now, when I go on to the SQL queries, which has a lot of weightage. So first is simple syntax we will do. So select, you have a select. So select is going to be always easy. You're going to just say simple select, select star from student. So when I have a table, when I say select star from student, it is going to display all the details for me. So this is my first simple select. So let's say I have a table. Let me take an example itself. So let me take a smaller table. Okay. Okay. So let's take this. Consider the table employee. Okay. So in this employee table, there is employee ID, name, and salary. So let me say, when I say what will be the output, when I do select star from employee, it will display all the details as it is displayed here. Employee ID, name, salary, and it will give you the entire table. Now I don't want that. I want to display only the name. Select name from employee. Now the output would be the column name will be the header here and followed by only this Misha, Kushi, and Japneet. This is a second model of your select. So first model is simple select. Then you have only selecting a column. Now on the same thing, I can do one thing. I can say select star from employee. Order by. It is for sorting. Order by, let's say, name. So the same details are going to come, but name, IJK. J is first. So Japneet, that is 1018, Japneet 7000. And then JK, Kushi. So it's 1009, Kushi 4500. And 1001, Misha. Because I'm ordering by name, it is going to give me it in this order. So this will be, if I want this output, I have to write this query. Or if they say sorted in ascending order of name, then I have to do this. Now what I want the opposite way, I want Misha first. Then what do? I just have to add select star from employee, order by name in descending order. So it will automatically take care of doing the descending order thing. Now, what do? I want to talk about different operators. So what I can do, I can just say select star from employee, where giving a condition here, salary is greater than 5,000. So now I want all the details from employee, but the condition I've given is salary is greater than 5,000. So this 4,500 will not come. So it will print you two values, the values corresponding to 1001 and 1018. Now I can do same way less than, I can do salary greater than or equal to. I have to remember to put the equal to here. Equal to will come after, as we say in English, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. We don't usually say equal to or greater than. While normal talking itself, we say greater than or equal to. So the symbol equal to has to come after the greater than sign. So this is, then I can also say between. I can say the salary is between this and this. That is also possible. So between and salary between 5,000 and 7,000. So then I can also say where I can give a specific condition, or I can get name, like I want to look at all the names starting with M. So I will say select star from employee, where name like M percentage. Wildcard characters. I can also use equal to here, becomes very easy. The name is equal to Misha, it will perfectly work. ID, employee underscore ID is equal to 1001, it will work. There are no errors there, simple English statements. The problem will be when you want to match saying all the names. You don't know the correct spelling of someone, like Google search, right? We don't know the entire problem. We'll just start typing it. Google will auto correct for you. Here that will not happen, but yes, you have to say M percentage means percentage is 0 or anything. It has to start with M, but it can have any number of letters after that. Similarly, I can also use percentage M, percentage I in this case. If I say, it means ending with I. So Kushi is ending with I. So it can have anything in the front, but it has to end with I. Same way I have an underscore. Like if I say underscore A percentage, I can combine this. It means the first letter can be anything, I don't bother, but the second letter has to be A only. And then after that also, I don't bother, it can have any number of letters. So they'll give you queries like this, where the second letter is A. So in this case, Japneet has second letter A. So when I say select star from employee where name like underscore A percentage, it will print you only one row, that is the 1018 row. These are your simple queries. These queries they will ask in your 2 mark only. The difficult part will come in your case study, wherein you will have to use your group by and join. So this is regarding select. Then you have other syntaxes, very easy. Insert, you have 2 syntaxes. So insert into, I'll take the same example, insert into employee. If I want to insert only for ID and name, I don't know the salary. So what I will do, insert into employee of, I will use the same column name. I'll give any ID. This is my first syntax. I can use this extra insert into employee and a bracket if I don't want to insert all the values. If I want to, others will be by default null. If I want to insert all the values, I know all the values, then I will just say insert into employee values. I will not put this bracket here. And I have to give all the values bit. So there are two syntaxes. This insert into is a keyword. Employee is your table name, and all these are your values. Same way you have update employee, set. Let's say salary. Salary is equal to salary plus 0.5 into salary. It will be too much. It's 0.5. Let me put it as 0.05, right? Because 0.5% hike if you give, it is like giving you 1.5 times of a salary, right? So 0.05, 5%. So each person will receive an increment of 5%. So it will update the employee. It will change all the salaries to 5% more. So this is a max thing. The formula is a max thing. Then yes, and I can also say where. You can say where ID is equal to, it's not a string, so ID is equal to 1018. So only for this person, it is going, where ID in, you can do specific people. When ID in for 5-6 people alone, you want to do this, then you can do that. So you can have an additional column kind of designation here. And you can say for all those people whose designation is manager or not manager, give increment only to others. All that we can do by using a simple update query. The last one is your delete query. So delete from is the keyword. Here update and set are keywords. Delete from employee, where employee ID, I've written this ID for short form of that. ID is equal to 1001. Maybe this person has already left. You want to just remove the records from the table. You use this delete from employee where ID is equal to 1001. So these are your different DML combined simple queries. Simple queries, they will ask you straightforward queries to write. So next comes your group by functions or group functions. There are 5 group functions in SQL. You're going to have max, min, sum, average, and count. So all these 5 functions, you can directly say select max of salary from employee. That's all. It's as simple as that. Select count of star. How many employees are there in this table? 3 employees are there. So you can say count of star, count of any column name. You can do however you want. So count is one function. You can find the maximum salary from here. So it will give you the answer as 7,000. If you want the name and the maximum salary, you can type like this. Select name, Japneet, and 7,000 will be displayed on the screen. So all the 5 functions, you can use it like this. So we'll do the group by here I can also group by designation. If at all there was a designation, I will generally say group by. We will do that when we do the program down. So the last one is a simple join. You're going to join 2 tables. We will do that with an example only. We'll go back to the table. Now, when I have 2 tables, I think it's visible to you. So there are 2 tables here. There is a doctor table and a salary table. Select count star from doctor where 6 is equal to F. So I'm doing the 23rd question here. So it's only one single table for us now. We'll go back to our doctor table. In doctor table, I want only the count. So I'll just write count star. So 1, 2, 3, 4. The answer is just 4. Because in doctor table, there are only 4 records which have the sex as female. F. Second question. They're asking you to select certain details. Select the name, department, basic from doctor, comma, salary. So this is a common, nice question. They will always ask you this. So select whatever column names they give from 2 tables. From table A, comma, table B, right? You have 2 tables. This is a common syntax where first join the table where A.id is equal to B.id. Because you don't know from which table. Both the tables should definitely have a common column. Then only we can even do the join. So first, this is a common syntax, whatever they ask. Then go back to whatever they are going to filter here. In this case, department is equal to ENT and department is equal to ENT. They have given the wrong way. Don't do it this way. It's always better to join it first and then give the condition. Now I have 2 tables. I want only name department, basic. So there has to be department should be ENT also. So ENT, there is only one person. There is a John and there is a Lucy. So John and Lucy belong to ENT department. Lucy's ID is 101 is for John and 117 is for Lucy. Doctor ID, doctor.id is equal to salary.id. So you can see that in the first case, I have 101 John. Name is John. And his department is given as ENT. And his basic is 12,000. You can join both the tables and see that. Whereas the second one, there is a Lucy. And the ID is 117, but there is no 117 in my salary database. So there will be only one record in the answer because I cannot join if there is no common value. So this is my only answer for the question. So I'm doing the 24th question. So write the output of the queries. Select sum of discount from furniture where cost is greater than 15,000. So sum of discount is going to add everything, but the cost has to be greater than 15,000. So yes, I'm going to add my 45,000 and then I'm going to add my 51,000. I'm going to add my 22. It is given only greater than, so 12 and 15 both will not come. So 8, 10, 16, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So sum of discount. I'm sorry, I found the cost. This is the cost. Sum of discount is 10 plus 5 plus 0 plus 14. So it is going to be 29. Answer should be 29. I just found the cost of this. Okay, so for this, the answer is only this. You can just add it somewhere else and show this. So discount, sum of discount is going to be 29. Select max date of purchase. So date of purchase la maximum. So the maximum date here is, you can look at the years here, 2020, 2021 is there. And 2021, there are two things. There is a 19th July and a 1st January. So I'll go with 19th July because that is the most recent maximum date. So this is my, so the heading also, it's better to write. So max of date of purchase. So they will not cut marks if you don't write the headings here. Select star from furniture where discounts. I can just ignore that. I think there's a printing mistake here. And FID like T percentage. So it has to start with T. So there are two things starting with T. So it is T010 and T006. There is a dining table and a console table. The entire row will be printed here. Select date of purchase from furniture where name in dining table, console table. So dining table 1 and console table is there. So there are two dates, 10th March 2020 and 17th November 2019. This is for my fourth question. So this is a 25th question here. A table item has been created with the following fields. Give a SQL command to add a new field. So adding a new field means you're not inserting a value, rather you're adding a new field. So you have to use alter. So alter table name. Here the table name is item. Add your column name is discount. Int. No need for semicolon, no need for brackets. It will work perfectly as such. And as I told you, same question here. Categorize the following commands into DDL and DML commands. So insert into will be a DML. Drop table is DDL. Alter table is DDL. Update something set is going to be DML. So yeah, this is the question that I wanted to show you for group by. So you can look at this. You can see that there are two tables, item and customer. Select distinct city from customer. So select distinct city. I can do a lot of theory part. It will become boring. It's always better to learn with examples. So once I upload my material notes below this, just do all the questions from that. As you do more questions, you will be able to easily understand the different syntaxes here rather than giving you example for each and every command here. So distinct means what? Different. So distinct city from customer. In customer table, I can see there are many cities. City, Delhi, Mumbai, Bangalore. There are a lot of cities. Distinct means only once. So how many unique cities are there? So distinct city will give me 3 cities. So do not leave Delhi. Just because it's repeating doesn't mean you have to leave it. So Delhi, Mumbai and Bangalore. It has to be coming only once. So this will be printed when I execute the statement. Select item name, comma max price, comma count star from item, group by item name. So now comes the problem. You have going to group it. So there are only 4 items. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items are there. You have a personal computer and laptop. Items are only 2, but the quantity is differing here. So you're going to first select item name. And then you have maximum of price. So you're going to have only one entry here. Which is the maximum, which is the costliest laptop, which is the costliest personal computer. And then you have count star, how many items are there. You're grouping by item name. So the item name is here, personal computer and laptop. So maximum of price, if you look at the personal computer, 35,000, 32,000, 37,000. So personal computer, 37,000 is the maximum. And in laptop, this is 55 and 57. So 57 is the maximum. And count, how many are there? 3 are there. 2 are there. Yes. So this is the select customer name, comma manufacturer from both the tables. You can, it is very, very easy question. This is again, they are joining. They're asking you the customer name and manufacturer. Both are from different tables. So customer name is from customer table and manufacturer is here. But the ID has to match. So let's check one by one. There is a PC01. There is a PC01, yes. So my customer name is K. Agarwal. And his manufacturing ID is, manufacturer name is ABC. Like this, I have the next one. I have to check all the customer names. PC01, LC05. LC05, I don't think it's there. Let's check my answer. 26th question now. Third question. I think I have all of them. C. Sharma, R. Pandey, H. Singh, N. Roy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All of them have kana. So all of their names, the manufacturer names will be there. You can refer the answer key for that. So select item name, comma price into 100 from item where manufacturer is equal to ABC. So here you can look at it like I'm just doing item name. And I'm doing automatically a price into 100. I'm increasing the displaying the price as into 100. So extra 2 zeros should come there. So when I'm joining this, manufacturer is only ABC. So there are only 2 ABC. So it's a personal computer and a laptop. And the price shown here is 35,000. So I'm going to display it as 35,000 into 100. Here I'm going to display it as 55,000 with 2 zeros. Right? Yes. So give the output. I'm not doing. It should be there in the answer key. We'll write SQL queries for the questions. So we'll start with one by one. 28th question. To display the details of all the products in ascending order of product name. So display all details. So select star from products. Select star from products. Order by P name. P name is my column. So P name. Ascending order, so I can just leave it as such. I don't even have to write ASC here. To display product name and price. So I just want two things. P name. So select P name, comma, price from completed from products. So this will not change anyways. So first this we have to finish. Now go to the conditions whose price is in the range of. So either both values are inclusive. So for a safer side, I will say where I will not even use between, where price is greater than or equal to 12,000 and price less than or equal to, 10,000 and less than or equal to 15,000. To display the number of products, so I have to say select count star. So I have to also display the code. So code has to come first. So I have to say select supplier code, comma, count star from my table name. Table name is suppliers. Group by supplier code. So this is very important. If you don't group by, the query is wrong. To display the price, product name, this is very easy question. Quantity more than. Yeah. So quantity already it is there. So price, product name is also there, and quantity, everything is in the products table. So select whatever they have given from products. No need to join also, where quantity is greater than 100. So display the names of those suppliers who are either from Chennai or Delhi. So you want to you want the names of the suppliers only. It's in the supplier table itself. So select yes name from suppliers, where city, you can say city in, and you can just write the codes. Don't forget the codes. Chennai, comma, Delhi. You can also use city equal to Chennai or city equal to Delhi. That will also perfectly work for you. In descending order, same as the previous case. You just have to add in descending order of company names. So company is the company name here. So you have to just say select star from products, order by company in DESC. So that will conclude this 28th question. So you can try this question paper. You can try all the questions. The answer are also uploaded. So see you all soon with the next session. Bye-bye.